Okay. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? In the chat, can you hear me? Wanna Want to give a few seconds. Want to give like a few minutes for people to come in. Also do a little bit cross promotion for this. Okay, y'all hear me? No audio problems. So be sure I'm not. Uh, what a bra mask asks. What is my favorite video? Don't really have one, but uh, yeah. Okay. But welcome everybody. Thank y'all for joining me. I'm doing this little stream here because mainly I wanted to just go back and just rewatch some of my old stuff, just with y'all pretty much. If anything, I just really wanted to see how is everything, what's going, or more or less just react to some of my old stuff, see how I feel about it, if I like whatever I watched, and see what how I felt in terms of where I stand on those opinions on some of those old videos. That's the biggest thing I was looking at it from. I can hear you do good. All right, so yeah, sounding good is all good. It's great, but yeah, I mean, the biggest thing for this is, uh, I wanted to kind of leave it up to y'all a little bit on in terms of which old videos I watch. I got just about all of them in a playlist, and that's how I was gonna go through. I was so my thing is, what do y'all want to see me react to first? Because I got like the first um like before we officially begin, like I want to know what everyone wants, because there's the playlist that has like all the general thoughts, including like seasons 1, 2, 3, and all that. And then there's the second other playlist that shows all my top 10 lists. Like, so it's like, so I do want to know, what do y'all want? Or there's also my simple thoughts videos if you want me to react to those, since I got those, like those old ones up. There's even the quick thoughts, but those aren't that old because I started that like back in like 2019 or so. So it'd be kind of like, I mean, I could react to those, but I don't know. But I don't know. I want what like like spam what y'all want the most. Like just let me know, or more or less. Well, I think it's time I switch over anyway, because switch over to the next scene. So, but yeah, I want to know what everyone else, what y'all mostly want in terms of like, oh boy, uh, y'all can hear me, but I think my camera froze. Damn. Give me a second. Uh, figure video. Ooh, did it lose the camera? Hmm. Okay. I don't know why the camera like bugged. That was weird. Okay, yeah. I don't know what went wrong there. That was weird. I'm sorry about that. Mm. But yeah, so yeah, what did y'all, I want to see what y'all saying. Watching top 10 maybe your Loud House videos. I don't have that many Loud House videos. I only got like about two, technically three if you want to count like the one quick thoughts where I talk about Casa Grandes, but that's yeah, there's really not that many. I mean, I could do that, but I don't even know if you I don't know. But like I said, that's why it's like playlist. Do y'all want to see like the first season general thoughts, my top 10 list, my simple thoughts, like in terms of in terms of the succession of videos we watch. Okay, Star versus right thoughts on gay marriage video. I mean, thoughts on the gay marriage video. That's that. It's not like anything was said there. That was literally me saying, because it was that was like back in 2015 when I was like, oh yeah, gay marriage is finally legalized. So it's great. I'm happy for them. And I was like ragging on assholes who want to be jerks about it. Let's see your Star versus Force Evil review. First video. Reaction to your general thoughts on Legend of Chamberlain Heights. Simple thoughts, Pokemon versus Digimon. Thoughts on gay marriage. Hey Mike, the channel nerd, I'm gonna block you. Okay. First video, I guess. Attracted. No. Ugh. That's why I'm asking for a playlist, but I guess since everyone's asking, I guess in terms of gauge, first video, so we'll start there since that's basically um the first video anyway. So let's look for that general thoughts all the way down here. Ain't this all gonna scroll all the way down here, all the way to season 1. Now, fair warning, it's about to suck. this is this is literally why Superman is the worst. Uh, Shout outs to Geek Tunes and the stream Geek Tunes, man. Check out his Shira video. He just recently dropped. But yeah, man. Look back on these videos. It's like these were short. Like these, especially this Star versus, literally only 4 minutes. Like damn. But here we go. Start it off. Tell me if y'all can hear it because these are like stupid low. Oh my god. I should preface this. I should preface y'all with this. I When I did this, I very much was this was like very much starting out as you could see because it's like I very much was using my iPhone, like my phone camera, and it wasn't like the latest, or I think it kind of was the latest at the time because this was back in 2015 or sort of kind of at the time. And like, oh my god, like the camera quality is such ass. And I had no lighting, and I my mic quality was basically that of a video game headset, and it wasn't a high quality video game headset. Like that was all I could really use. It was like if anything, I think I still have the headset itself. Yeah, the headset that I was using was the these like these old like PlayStation like GTA 5 headset. Like this was what I had. Like if you look at it, like it's worn. It's like completely worn to hell and back. Like, and it's all dingy as fuck now. Like this was literally what I was using to be able to like record my audio. It is ass now. Like the mic quality is really bad. Oh man, it is funny because PlayStation was really trying to hawk these things. I was surprised. I got these as a gift. I remember, but they like really are like total absolute. They have no headset backups at this point, but like that's how it is. So I mainly say it is because like the audio on these videos are about to be really really bad because it was like a while before I finally upgraded. But yeah, yeah, RT's is like making with what you had. I feel that's exactly what it is. Like I use exactly what I had. Uh, Dreads had no hang time. Yes, this was before my. This was like when I was a little bit starting early in terms of getting my hair locked. So like either this was. I think this might have been when the lock happened. Like when I finally locked it, or it might have been afterwards. I'm trying to remember. I'm not sure. Um, but I do gotta. I gotta admit, it's like it's rough looking at these now because I'm like Jesus Christ. Like had yeah, I had no hang time. I was constantly wearing like like a fitted or so, not a fitted, but a stocking cap. It was called something. I'm blanking on the name of it. I always wore it, and it's to keep my hair down. But like, yeah, what cartoon you change over time? Uh, hey man, what cartoon you have your opinion change over time? Loud House. That was very much one that my opinion changed dramatically because I do not like the show anymore. Loved it beforehand, but as it went on, I was like, I do not like this. This sucks. And what was on lockdown long before the? Oh my god, come on, Ortiz. But anywho, back to it. This was like the first video, and I started this when it was like I started this like because that was when I was finally figured out how I wanted to do my channel. I was like, I'm just gonna talk about some stuff that I like, and animation was like Star Versus just came out, and I was like, I like this. Let me talk about this. Let me make some content about this, and that's basically how this is the first video officially came to be. A little secret is that this is technically not my very first video I've ever made. I've been trying to start YouTube since like 2010. Like it wasn't until 2010 that I really tried to get into it. But it is sort of a thing. It's sort of a weird thing, but like I don't know. This was where I finally figured out it's like I want to talk about animation. That's definitely where it needs to be. I can't be around for the stream. I have way too goddamn to watch. Eh, shout out to Toon for that for at least showing up. Thanks for at least being here. But yeah, like that was my thing. I really liked animation. I knew I could talk about it, so I was like, I'm just gonna talk about animation, or talk about like shows that come on, and I'm just gonna go from there. So yeah, but no more dilly dallying. Let's get into this. This is about to be really rough. I apologize now for the audio quality because I guarantee you it's not going to sound better. It's really not. I can't turn this up. This is probably as loud as it's probably gonna sound. Because otherwise, if I turn it up, my I don't know. It's probably gonna sound weird. Or if anyone else tries to come in, it's gonna sound really weird. But here you go. God, Jesus, what the fuck? Sorry to pause. I just thought about something. This might get. I'm hoping the stream doesn't get flagged because I just thought about this. It's using a song that very much like a bunch of these videos from season one of General Thoughts like got flagged because it's using Trumpeter's Lullaby. Like I don't know. I didn't know the trick. I didn't know the trick back then in terms of how to use it. And hell, I wasn't using like good enough editing software. I had like Windows Movie Maker. That's literally how I was going. But like, oof, man, this is rough. I don't know. I'm hoping the stream doesn't get knocked or demonetized. Like I'm really hoping it doesn't get demonetized because I'm playing this shit. Because it sounds real. Because it's like really, really fucking bad. Like god damn. Oh my god. I might be trying to talk a little more to avoid this from getting flagged. Ugh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hmm. You know, a funny thing is, I say this, I praise it because this was back when season one happened, and even before the animation change ended up happening. Can't hear the video. Y'all can't. Can you not? I don't know. Can Can y'all hear the video? I want to be sure y'all can actually hear it. That's my thing. Like, can y'all hear? This feels like a philosophy video that you show you do. We can't hear anything from old video. Oh, damn. Uh, no, y'all can't hear it. What is that? Hmm. Let me play it. So, yeah, it's not playing. Hmm. Okay, something's happening here. That's why that's doing that. So maybe I need to switch something. Set that speaker. Oh wait, maybe I need to see something on here. That's set to that. That's set to that. Why can't I not hear it? I mean, why can't y'all hear it? That's weird. Um. Properties. Okay, maybe if I.
Wars of Evil is great. Disney's just been on it
Okay,
with
I
their shows
think y'all
lately.
should be able to hear it now.
I mean, they're animated shows, so they're
Yeah, sorry.
live
Sorry,
action
so sorry
versus
about that. I don't know.
graphic.
I didn't think it. I thought it would pick it up. I don't know why it wasn't.
Star is
That's
just so
weird.
likable because she's so random and
But,
wacky, and very different for a princess, especially at Disney standards.
oh my
I'd
god.
go so far as to call her my favorite Disney princess
Yeah,
throughout the entire
I'm
lineup.
gonna try to talk because I really,
But other
really don't want.
princesses,
Because this song could
it's
likely
so
get
much
flagged, and I'm
faster
trying to avoid
and
it from
stronger.
that. But,
The
sorry.
humor in
But,
the show is just so random and wacky.
oh.
You just never know what you're gonna get.
Oh my god.
And all the adult innuendos kind of help it a bit too, which is very different for Disney.
Yeah.
One joke involves something about distracting football players with booty shaking. An example I actually follow.
Why did I do
You would
this? This.
expect Disney to have some type of red
Oh,
flag
shout out to
against it,
Smeef.
but
I
I guess
just
they
noticed he's in
realize the
there.
times are changing, so kudos to them.
Uh.
The sidekick Marco is very different
Oh
from
my
most
god.
sidekicks in animated shows. Most of
Uh.
the time, they'll just
Sorry,
be
I'm
a
really trying
kind
to
of
make noise because
foil
I really don't want this get
or
the stream to get
always be
knocked
a
or
coward
for the
towards
like
the main
oh or when the stream comes
protagonist.
down when it
But
ends for it
instead,
to
they
get
make him someone
copywritten.
who's
But
brave enough to
yeah,
fight alongside the main
maybe if I
protagonist,
turn it down a little,
which is
just to
very
guarantee.
different. The idea to just give
It's
him the ability to know karate,
I
it
don't
definitely
even know.
makes him stand out a lot better.
This is
That
bad.
way, he's not just someone who gets in the hero's
It
way,
oh man.
which is very refreshing
There's two
in
more
Disney
fucking
shows.
minutes.
I like the idea that when Star starts in
Oh
a
my god.
new environment, she's not looked at as an outcast. Right off the bat, everyone seems to like her,
Artis
except
asks
for
what I
the
used
one
to edit. I
kid
use
who
Movie Maker,
brings
Windows
it
Movie
on.
Maker.
She's supposed to be the bitch of the show, but who cares about her? We're talking about Star. Star's personality is so energetic. It's like she's on crank. And
Wow.
you see that many people like her because of that.
Oh my god.
Even though her magic powers sometimes can cause massive destruction, a lot of people just ignore
Uh,
it and really like her powers, even.
mm,
Some even going as far as asking Star to zap them and turn them into a
it's kind of
pinata,
a horrible
for
disconnect. They
instance,
don't
in
match
one
at all.
episode,
Oh
which
yeah,
is
the music
epic.
and voice,
Which
yeah, none of
actually
it
helps the show a lot.
works.
The random humor just means you never know what you're gonna get with each episode. And that's
Hmm.
very refreshing. Very refreshing. Because
Enzo
everyone likes her
is
powers.
Quivel. Please
There's
stop
no
telling
real
people you're gonna
reason
block them,
behind
otherwise I'm
it.
gonna block you.
We
Like
one
stop, like just
episode where
chill.
she caused the destruction of someone's party bus.
Shout outs to Isaiah
I mean, it
Higgins
was Brittany Wong's
coming in.
party bus, so off the bat you don't care. But when the bus gets destroyed,
Man,
all the kids that were on the bus are running out happy, and the enemies that were
yeah,
on the
that's what you
bus
see.
get hurt. the kids on the bus
Ugh.
think that was the greatest party ever, and they don't care that the bus got destroyed.
Hmm.
They're not even hurt. Only the bad guys were the ones that got hurt. But it just plays with your expectation. You would think all
Ugh.
the kids on the bus would be pissed off at Star for
Oh my
destroying the
god.
bus,
This
but they're
hurts. I
actually
can't
happy.
pretend like it doesn't. It hurts.
And it's just great for the show.
Like
Because
I
randomness really plays with your expectations.
it's funny
Everything's always a
hearing my opinions on
surprise.
this now, like because as
But
Star went on,
it's just a thought.
yeah, that's like oh god, I need, what are you? Oh my god, the spelling. No. God damn, do not play that. No. Oh, that was rough. I can't pretend like that wasn't rough. That sucked. That it's like that sucked. Ugh, damn. It's funny because like I very much still think that's like what I said back then. I'm like that makes sense. You know, it made sense for back then. But like as the show went on, as y'all probably saw later on, I did not. I wasn't feeling. I wasn't really feeling Star anymore. Like it just kind of downgraded a lot. Like or quality went down for me, and I just was like, I don't like this. I do not like this. I'm out. Like I'm out. Oh, that was that was rough. That was genuinely rough. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could do that again. Season 4 was terrible. Yeah, it's funny because like if you went back if I went back to tell myself, yo, dude, don't like this show is gonna become some boss ass like real fast. Like I would have been surprised. I'd be like, damn, really? How? What happened? Because it's amazing. Like it really went down in quality. It's surprising to me how it did that. Like really. Uh, I don't know. That was weird. That was bad. Like because it's weird. It's rough listening to that because like the audio is so low and you barely can hear me, and then you have all the fucking that music playing, and I'm like, ugh, it like the video had gotten copywritten because of that. Not to the point that you couldn't watch it, of course, but I couldn't make money, even though it's like I was starting out anyway, so it's not like I was making money. Like look at this cap. Like this is back in June. This was back June 2nd, 2015, and it capped at 560 views. That's like that's where it's capped at. But yeah, that was yeah, and I used those JPEG. Like it's just a bunch of floating JPEGs. Oh man, like that's really how it was. Like I just took pictures of myself and just did a bunch of digital like pans and zooms just to be able to simulate some type of motion. But overall, it's like this sucks. This is like really fucking bad. But I don't know. Star destroying magic destroyed sentient magic beings. Yeah, but yeah, that was the first one. I don't suppose y'all want to continue through season 1 of. I mean, it's sort of season 1 of General Thoughts sort of gets better as it goes along. I do want to say it does sort of, but I don't know. I don't know. I think by the time, because at first I didn't use footage. I was avoiding footage at the time because I only had, like I said, I only had Movie Maker, and I didn't understand how to get footage. Like I didn't know how to get the actual episodes I needed or the clips I needed. And it wasn't until eventually I finally got Vegas, and that wasn't. And the time, the video that used Vegas was like the Chipmunks video, but even still, I didn't have clips then. I only used like just the pictures of myself. But it wasn't until Pickle and Peanut is when I was like, okay, now I can use actual clips. That's when I was using clips. And even then, I'm pretty sure that video is not that good. I don't know. Um, I think we could start with something that I guess we could go from Pickle and Peanut just a little bit because I really don't think anything from like Phineas and Ferb, because I talked about the Phineas and Ferb series finale when that aired, and like these, like a bunch of these videos are like these, or not a bunch, like a few of these videos really are just not that interesting because like nothing happens in them. Like genuinely, nothing happens in them other than me talking about it and trying. I don't know, sort of Anthony Fantanoing it a bit, but not as much. Like hell, a bunch of these don't even have like the actual voice, like echo effect. Like I didn't even get that until like I think season 2 of General Thoughts is when that finally kicked in, because that's when I finally learned, hey, I can add an echo effect. But yeah, guess we could do pickle and peanut.
And now, a thought from Mann. Today's subject,
Ooh,
pickle and peanut.
ugh. Turn that down a
I
little.
just know, what the hell is
Oh
this?
no, wait, no. Now that I remember, I did have the echo effect by the time I got to this because it was also the time I did get Vegas. So yeah, I thought I got the echo effect afterwards, but I think I turned it off on a certain video. Like the top 10 was when I was like no echo effect, but when I got, but this it's like yeah. Guess we could start back a little bit, but yeah. So yeah, this is you're gonna hear the echo effect from now on here.
What the hell is this?
Why don't you show
Oh
me
god.
rules, Greg? Woo! Come on, get it, make it bounce.
I hated
I
that
mean,
so fucking
Disney,
much.
what happened? Why are you deciding to try to make your own regular show? Because that's what this is. It's just regular show, but with a pickle
What do you decide to go
and a
with the
peanut.
monochrome?
I mean, the second you heard the name, you
monochrome
should
was like
realize this
literally
is a
at the
dumb
very
idea.
beginning. I was
I mean, this
like,
show.
since Tease is asking when did I decide to go with monochrome, that was always from the very beginning. It was just sort of a I love black and white, or the black and white aesthetic. So I was like going black and white just because it's like I really like that aesthetic. But it wasn't until later on when I finally figured out it's like, oh, I can actually change the black and white to make it look cool instead of just this bland black and white where it's like it's black and white, but ain't nothing that interesting about it. You know, it's just I literally slapped the black and white on there. I'm like, okay, that's sort of a thing. Whatever.
It's just, it's too stupid for itself. Everything that happens in it is just pure randomness.
Badri Bali, Badri Bali, if I pronounce that right, asks, what made you decide to use inner thoughts concept? The inner thoughts concept, I've answered this question like multiple times, but on like the Q&A videos, but the biggest thing for me was it was like everyone says, hey, I'm gonna give my thoughts on something, so my thing is like, let me take it to that level where it actually is my inner thoughts, you know, like since everyone's like they're giving the thoughts, I'm like, why don't I do that? Like, let me give my actual thoughts, like make it seem like I'm giving my actual thoughts, you know what I mean? That's where it came from for me. So that's kind of what it is. That's basically really what it is.
For the sake of randomness. There's no segue into it. There's no
Yeah, I fucking hated
lead
pickle and
into
peanut.
it.
I know
Nothing.
that.
Everything
I
just
remember
happens
that.
for the sake of happening. For instance, the main characters. It's a pickle and a peanut. I don't know where you got the idea that a pickle and a
Jesus
peanut
Christ.
would make a good duo. It's too random and it makes no sense. And the world around them really doesn't make any sense.
God damn.
Everyone
I hated
around
this.
them is basically human. So, I mean, I know you're trying to have your own regular show, but that's the thing. We already have a regular show.
Shout outs to
You're now
someone.
the first to do it. Third, to be honest.
Shout outs
because
to Michaela
Nickelodeon
Hart.
tried this with
a
Breadwinners,
real
and
thinker.
it was a terrible show. You have your main character shouting random catchphrases for the sake of random catchphrases. You're just trying to rip off regular show. The two main characters are just
what the hell?
slackers and idiots.
As you can tell, I did not play around with lighting. Holy shit. Why do I look? Oh man. As you could tell, also my editing really was not that good once I finally like got clips. Like I very much did not understand properly how to like transition into different clips or find the proper clips I needed, because as you saw there, it's like I'm trying to pretend like, oh, these shows are exactly the same, which it kind of was a sort of, oh, you're clearly trying to just be regular show. like like that's really what it was. Like Pickle and Peanut to me was just trying to be a clone to regular show, and I to a degree sort of feel like that, but they kind of don't copy the style. They didn't emulate the style properly because they were just really, it was like way too random. It was like really really random and really really stupid how they were, and I got annoyed by it. I was genuinely annoyed by it. Like I was mad because I was like, how the fuck is this on Disney? Like how does Disney make this? Like I'd expect this from Nickelodeon at that time, but I wasn't expecting Disney. Like come on.
And you don't have
Oh
anyone to help
man.
offset that. You don't have someone who the audience can cling to and say, oh, that's the voice of reason to all this insanity. And you really need that. It's very important to have that. And even regular show got that right. The animation for it is pretty weak. I mean, come on. This just looks disgusting. It doesn't look pleasant to look at. The character models look just wrong. It's Disney
Goddamn.
trying way too hard.
Notice how I did not like I did not have actual thoughts to say. I was just venting at this point because because this is also back before this is also back before I like actually wrote down what I thought about this stuff. Like I didn't really use scripts. Like I was very much going way off the dome for it, and it's noticeable. It's very noticeable because it's like you hear me, you see the frequent pauses, like, it's man, it was bad back then. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Well, I was thinking, look, I need to make videos, and that's really what it all comes down to. It's like that's how you always look at this stuff, is that your old stuff is always gonna look like some bullshit, like no matter what. When time passes, like as time passes, you're gonna look back on your old stuff and you're gonna realize, damn, what was I thinking? I really didn't care for, which might be due to my own bias because I disagree with your point. So sorry if it ended up sounding, I don't know what you were saying, rude. uh, that's just how it is with YouTube. You always start from wherever you can start. Like you're not gonna start off with the best editing software or the best equipment or anything. You just start. In my case, all I had was my phone, a laptop, and basically a headset. That's all I could pretty much go off of. Other, yeah, pretty much. You need uh Tom EPQM from Roundtable. Shout outs to the Roundtable and Tom. Like Tom says, you need to suck at some point. And it's like that one giggity, and two. It's like that's true. Like you're never gonna start off great. You're going to start as you're gonna start terribly. You never start great, and that's basically how it always comes down to. It's like you're always going to start off bad, and you only go up from there. You can only improve, because if you somehow don't improve at that point, it's like, I don't know, maybe you need to look at some other avenues. But that's really comes down to, it's like just you get better. You have to get better, and that's kind of what y'all see here right here. The process. It's a process. Like even here, it's like I changed up some stuff. Like I think I got a different mic. Of course had a better I clearly had a better editing software to use to at least work on transitions a little bit. And I'm going now. Bye. See you, Enzo. Um, but yeah, like you can see the clear cut difference from this video and like the Star video, because and I also had clips to be able to use and sort of do something. I didn't make jokes because, like I said, I was going off the dome, and I wasn't really much of a. I'm not really. I'm really not much of an improv type of guy. I don't know. Like I can't make as many jokes on the fly as I wish I could. I don't know. Some people, it's a natural. They're natural at it, but for me, it's like I'm not. I'm not that adept at it. I don't know. But yeah.
To be weird and crazy, to have their own weird and wacky crazy show with no sense or logic to it. And it's like Disney, you don't need to try to do that. It's just not smart to do that in this day and age. The two main leads will do some type of gloat after they've won a type of battle or just succeeded in doing what they wanted to do. And it just reminds you so much of regular show. I mean, seriously.
Get that, back it up. Get that, back it up.
Oh, not setting up the chairs next time. Not setting up the chairs next time.
I mean,
I'm
guess
very much
I get
repeating
it. For
myself
every
at this
good
point with
show,
this
we gotta
video.
have one bad show to help keep it in balance. But in this day and age, in 2015, I feel like we can just keep getting good shows after good shows after good shows. I don't see why we have to start getting some bad shows to offset the good. All you have to do is just make good shows. I mean, we shouldn't be having jokes like this.
Yoga pants. Yoga pants.
Look at this.
Face. Foot face. You have a foot face.
Cream corn special. Kitty lip.
Man. Ew.
In today's shows anymore, it's
God damn.
they're dumb.
That was
We
bad.
realize these are dumb jokes, so let's not
Really
do them anymore.
not like
They're not
that
funny.
show
No
at
one's
all,
laughing.
man.
They look stupid. Disney, I just
Damn.
hope you realize mediocrity just is not something we want to settle for anymore.
That's a
We
mediocrity. I
want
mean mediocrity.
excellence. We need excellence. You
Stop.
have a lot of great shows. Star
And as
versus
you can
the
also
Forces,
tell, I did
Ego,
not utilize that
Team
camera
Zero,
properly.
Part-Time
God damn.
Hero, Gravity Falls, your highest rated show. I don't know why you think you need to settle anymore. You don't, okay? It's just not fun for anyone when you put little or no effort into your shows. It's not. It's 2015. We're not gonna accept mediocrity from anyone anymore.
Oh, why was I talking
And we don't
like this?
plan on accepting mediocrity anytime soon.
Where the fuck did he? Like, you
But
idiot,
that's
stop saying
just a
mediocrity.
thought.
Mediocrity. What are your thoughts on Pickle and Me? Like, comment, and god damn it.
And now
Oh, damn. Just immediately went to the next one. God damn. That. I was really mad back then. Really fucking hated Pickle and Pete, and I still don't like that show. I don't, but like, I don't know. Damn. Okay, even on this Alvin shit. I'm surprised this Alvin and Chipmunks video got some love. I guess this is recent. 3,000 views. Like, I don't know. That's subscribe. Yeah. Things got better for Disney Channel and cartoons later on. Yeah, they did. Thankfully, yeah, they very much got better. At least because, like, Pickle and Peanut, that was probably like a massive, like, I don't even want to say low point because, like, Gravity Falls was out by that time. But it definitely was one of those what the hell type of moments. You just look at it and think, why did you do this? At what point did you go doing something weird here? And we don't know why we're doing something weird here. Because, oh, man, I look at that and I'm just like, that made no sense. But it's funny looking back at that because that was probably, I think, like my first negative review. I think that was like the first video I did that was like super negative. Or no, I'm wrong. I did a video on the Fan 4 Stick movie, and because I just came home when me and my family went to see it, and like I very much like I full on like ripped into that movie because I fucking hated it because it was so terrible. Like that was like back then I was very much I'm just saying whatever I'm feeling at the time. If I feel mad, I'm like, okay, I'm going to just talk about how I hated this thing. And that's kind of how it went for me. I was like just literally going based off of whether or not I hated something. It's fun. It's really funny going back. It's really looking at that in because now I pretty much pledged to say I'm not going to be doing negative videos like that, or more or less I'm going to try to avoid it. Even with like movie thoughts, which is like the actual movie reviews. I said, you know what? I'm probably gonna keep it mostly to just positive. If I'm not feeling that movie that much, then it's like no point in sitting there for hours, like having to record the audio and then having to edit the video just to talk, just to constantly repeat all that negative energy back to myself. Constantly hearing that on a regular basis. I mean, constantly hearing that, like it doesn't feel worth it to me. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just sort of my thing about it. Ugh. Mm. That's just kind of how it was. Ooh, I know some of these general thoughts. I know people who probably disagree with me on heavily now. Because I know like some of these I was very vehement on saying I like this show. I like this. Like, I guess I could look at like this one, general like my general thoughts on Wabbit, or when it was called Wabbit.
And now, a thought from Mann.
Ugh.
Today's subject, Wabbit, a Looney Tunes production.
This is also important to know. Learn to focus on when you're using a camera. Learn if it like be willing to use the focus or make sure it's working. Cause god damn it, looking at these pictures is rough. I can't pretend like it's not. I was like, damn, why does this look like? Why is it so fuzzy and just out of focus? Like I don't know why it's like that, but I literally left it like that. Fuck. And I did, and in my eyes, I was like, "Oh, this looks good." Like I don't know why I kept thinking this looks good. It looks fine. Like, what does it? It looks like crap. This looks like total crap. Let me see the 2000, huh? But yeah, it looked like garbage. I was like, damn.
You know, the new Looney Tunes show, Wabbit, it's really good. I really gotta say that. It's a really good show. It's a very nice return to form for the Looney Tunes. It's in the original short format style.
It's funny hearing me say this now because I don't think it's actually a good show anymore. I don't like the show anymore. I remember I was just really happy. Like I don't know why. I was like really sucked into the idea of it being the return to form with the shorts format, like, and it being, you know, the one-off adventures, but looking back it's like, yeah, no, that was not a good show. Like the designs were pretty weird unnecessarily. The animation was actually kind of ass. I mean, well, it wasn't terrible animation, but it just was animation that didn't seem like it, I think, fit Looney Tunes. You know what I mean? Like when someone got hurt, it didn't feel like it hurt like that. But oh man, I don't know why I was so gassed up for Wabbit back then.
Of like 5-6 minutes tops, and it's a major return to form using physical violence to overcome certain adversaries.
Ah, the dragon! Quick, before he gets
Oh
Get
man,
into that cave!
what happens here?
Slain, dragon!
It still sticks to the traditional.
Why did I think that was funny? Why did I think that was funny? I genuinely laughed, like legitimately at that. It's weird listening back to that. I was like, I thought that was funny, and I don't know why. Because the yell was weak, the impacts were weak, everything about that was kind of weak. And I don't know why I thought that was funny. That's weird. Damn.
Looney Tunes style of the good guy is faced with a bad guy who just got in the good guy's way in some way or form. And that's just.
And this music,
nice
I
callback.
really did not know
Really
the
nice
concept of
callback
leveling
to
audio,
how the Looney Tunes work.
as you could tell.
I do kind of wonder how come they canceled Looney Tunes show? I think they probably explained that they only wanted to do just 2 seasons for this show. So
I
it
never
won't
figured out
feel
why
like it's
Looney
starting
Tunes
to
show
get
was
stale,
canceled or
and
show. I don't
marvel
know.
if that is the case.
I don't know if it was
But
like
it
they
does
just
kinda
actively,
make
like
you
the
wonder,
creators wanted to
why
just call it
cancel
quits,
it? It
or if
was
it
a
really
nice
was
show.
just a
It really was a
cancellation.
good
I
show.
never figured that out.
It put
I'm
the
pretty
Looney
sure it was a
Tunes in
cancellation.
more of a different perspective. But it did change how people perceive the Looney Tunes, which isn't bad. It's good. It was a good show. But it wasn't exactly the Looney Tunes verbatim. But hey, it was still a good show. It really was.
Why did I go on a tangent about the Looney Tunes show? This is a review for Wabbit, damn it! Holy crap! Why did I do this? Why did I do that? Oh my god! Like, I really, for no reason, went on a ramble on there. It's like, why am I talking about this? That show is over. Like, I'm on Wabbit now. Oh, like, that made no sense at all.
Just something to wonder about. I find it kind of odd that they decided to redesign some of the characters. Like, for Sam, they kind of made him a bit fat. He's still a stubby looking dude, but he's now chubby as well.
Come on, Otis.
Whoa!
Ah! Oh my god, Sam don't look right.
20 years later, I'm right. Woohoo! I'm free. I'm free. I'm broke.
I mean,
Oh
I
my
guess that makes
God.
him more of an understandable foil since he's short and
God.
fat too. So yeah, I guess that works.
Ugh.
Wile E. Coyote basically looks the same. Nothing really changed about him.
Trouble, neighbor?
Oh yeah,
hey.
Wiley.
No trouble. Just a little yard
It
work.
was fine.
So that's what you're calling it. How prehistoric.
And they
It's
really
funny
didn't
they
do
kinda
anything to
do-
Bugs.
I don't
He
know if-
basically looks
It's
like
funny because I don't know if they do the whole. I don't remember it. I don't know if they do like Wiley talks in the new Looney Tune cartoons. I don't like it, like basically when he has to go against Bugs or that little shepherd dog. I don't know if they do that. I'm trying to remember if they do that in the new one the new like Looney Tunes cartoons that came out like last year. I'm trying to remember if they did that or if the most recently like their new episodes that they dropped have an episode like that. I don't know. It's weird. It's funny seeing it now though, because now they kind of most of the time they just stay with he's silent and only going against Roadrunner more than anything.
Bugs Bunny. When you see him, you'll say, yeah, that's Bugs Bunny. So, redesigns are fine. There's nothing wrong with them. It is kind of weird that this Looney Tunes production is more about just Bugs than it is like Daffy or Porky or anyone else.
Wow.
The first adversary Bugs goes up against is Yosemite Sam. You would think it'd probably be Elmer Fudd hunting him or something. But nah, it's just Yosemite Sam either robbing a bank or committing some type of felony, and Bugs just kind of got caught in the middle and decides, well, I better stop him before he actually harms someone. And that's fine and all. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. It's funny. I'm just hoping
I guess.
that
Why did
we
I
see
say
more Looney Tunes show up. So far, we've just seen
I
Yosemite
know
Sam
why,
and
maybe,
Wile E.
but
Coyote.
still.
Hoping we see Daffy and Porky.
Yeah, this-
and
Yeah,
Sylvester.
this was before because this was definitely early on before they officially said, okay, it's just a Looney Tunes production and we're gonna have all the other characters pop in. Like I thought it was only at first I thought, well, it was at first just what you call it, what's his face, like Bugs, and then his friend Squeaks, like his new friend that they gave him called Squeaks. I remember I actually liked Squeaks, thought he was kind of funny, but I don't know, maybe I remember a good joke that I remember I put in like my first top 10 list, but yeah, this is one of those cases of like I don't know, I don't know, it's weird. Like the show really is not that good. It's like the characters look weird, the jokes are just not as strong. Like,
Tweety and
I
whatnot.
don't even know.
They decided to add 2 new characters to the lineup. One called Bigfoot, who's just a full-blown idiot. Like, he is a major foil to Bugs, who's just trying to relax.
We gotta get out of here.
I can
Oh
do that.
yeah.
Wait!
Sorry, lady. I was trying to catapult you over to that ridge. I'll throw you instead. Up, Fastball coming! I can try kicking you up there. How about I try my left hand?
How about you go?
Or just doesn't want to be bothered with, but now he has to deal with this guy.
I never understood why that Bigfoot dude didn't have hands every now and then. It was like, I guess they were supposed to be like a long sleeve thing, but it's like, why? It's like, just give him his hand, give him his hands. Like, what? That was weird. And he was like really stupid. I don't even know. Like, I don't know. Bismarck, he passed away. Hold on. Sorry, chat. Someone said Bismarck, he just passed away. Oh, oh man. Just damn. Damn. I'm sorry. That's yeah. It's tragic. Rest in peace, Bismarck. Ugh. I mean, he was in intensive care for a while, so I mean, it's not like DMX. Well, it's sort of a bit akin to like how DMX was, but damn. Hmm. Sucks, man. Like, damn. Hmm. Yeah. Rest in peace to him. Definitely gonna be bumping Just a Friend a lot more often. Damn. Remember he did like a guest appearance on Adventure Time. Like I remember that. Like he like it was really good. It was like a really good song. If you can, I think you should look it up. I'll try. I think it was called. I'm gonna look for it because I'm trying to remember what it was called. It was called Gooey Gangsta. Yeah, that's what it was called. Gooey Gangsta. If um, I think we'll play that just. I want to play that just for him. I don't think it's copywritten, so I think we should be fine. But before I start, Adventure Time, composer. Oh, okay. I want to be sure it's not copywritten. Sorry, just really trying to be sure nothing. Song. Sorry, guys. Ugh. Yeah. I want to play it. I do. Damn it. Sorry, guys. I want to play it, but I can't play it. Otherwise, the stream could get knocked. Damn it. I didn't think they would copyright it because it's not like you can buy the song anywhere. But yeah, Gooey Gangsta. I suggest like if everyone can like, I suggest to go listening to that song. Like it's really good. Damn. I'm sorry. Rest in peace, Bismarck. Always, basically always a friend.
Deal with this guy. And it's funny enough, Bigfoot's a likable enough character. He's a full-blown dumbass, but he's likable. Then there's also Squeaks, who doesn't talk. He mainly just makes squirrel noises, but he does have a lot of character to him. Just seeing how he acts, you kind of get a bit of his personality. Even though he doesn't talk, you can get a sense of what he's like. And that's nice, that's fine. He's more of a sidekick to Bugs. He hangs out with Bugs, he'll help Bugs, foil some guy who's just being a jerk. And that's nice and all.
This is a brain dead dog. It's a wabbit.
He can be sort of a jerk himself.
Ugh.
Whenever Bugs might tell him something he might not like.
Yeah. Yeah, this was one of the jokes I actually really liked.
Squeaks! Would you mind cracking those someplace else? I'm trying to read.
To me, that was kind of funny because, like, he was such a dick. Like, he just looked at Bugs and he immediately said, "Fuck you." Like, just by cracking that, like acorn as loud as possible. Like, that was funny to me, I'll admit.
This seemed like an
man.
unnecessary thing for Looney Tunes, but it actually proved that it's a very welcome return to form. It is something we've been waiting for, a more modernized version of the Looney Tunes, without having to give them shit like iPhones or new computers or a new gaming console or talk about famous celebrities.
Yeah. This was a stupid mindset. I'm gonna level with you. That was a stupid mindset back in the day, or back then, when I had that belief that it's like, because I was kind of emulating a bit of Nostalgia Critics idea and thinking, oh no, you can't use modern day stuff. It's too dated. But it's like, we're so many years in and still using this like tech that it's like the idea of, oh, if you give them that piece of tech, it's now dated. But it's like, honestly, any and everything, when you think about it, any and everything is dated. Even if you want to say it's not, it's like, it's dated. Like, be it its animation or subject matter that happens in the actual thing or story, it's like, it's gonna be dated. Like, even with like Peanuts, it's basically a dated thing because it's like, yeah, the animation has changed, so it doesn't look like this anymore. And so the mindset, when he said, like, it was like one of his old, kind of an old thing. Devin Howard, you're asking, like, when like Doug Walker say that, it was like way back in the day when he was constantly spouting off that it's like, oh, you're making stuff dated when you add in this new latest stuff or make a pop culture reference or some shit like that. It's like, does it really matter? Like, no, as long as it works within the context of the story, it's fine. It could be bad when it's like you just kind of threw that in there just to throw it in there. It's not you set up a really funny joke, you set up it's actually paying off for the character or anything like that. It's bad when it's like, you just put that there just to put that there. You just reference that popular thing just to reference that popular thing. That's where it's like, that's bad, I would say. Because it's like, yeah, you clearly ran out of ideas on that one. You got stuck against the wall and you didn't want to like commit to making a new idea or trying to come up with something unique or so. That's kind of how it can come across. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's I don't know why I was believing, oh, it looks bad if you gave like the Looney Tunes an iPhone or some shit like that, because I watched a Looney Tunes show where they had that type of modern technology. So it's like, how the fuck am I saying this? Like, it's up, like, it all depends on what you do with your story and characters. That's really what it comes down to. So it's weird. It was weird that I was thinking like that.
It feels more like a normal, timeless show that you can watch 10 years down the line. And that's just something we've been waiting for when it comes to Looney Tunes. Even though Looney Tunes
I'm really
show
praising
was
the
a
hell
great
out of
show,
this.
this one is a really welcome return to form to how the Looney Tunes work.
That's like time traveling when pop culture.
And it's something that we very much needed.
Yeah.
But that's just a thought.
What are your thoughts on the Wabbit and like comments? God damn it. Oh yeah, that's right. By the time I did this, I was partnered with Channel Frederator. Like I actually signed up as to be a partner with them. Because it was like early on. Before I had like 1,000 subs, I was like, I'm gonna subscribe. I'm gonna get with Frederator because I thought it'd be easy. It would help with the channel, and it ultimately did. Because by the time I remember, it was like I ended up hitting like 1,000 subs at a certain point. It was like literally by the end of the year. I started like in June of 2015 when I was doing General Thoughts. At first, it was just called Thoughts on. Like that's the sort of thing. I came up with General Thoughts a few years later, but I digress. Like I started back in June, and then I managed to boom up to 1,000 by the end of the year. Like around like November or December, I think is when I was able to get 1,000 subs. Like one of the videos actually managed to do some decent numbers. It was the I did Lion King, like the Lion King or the Lion Guard Return of the Roar. I did a review on that, and I think that was like my first video to like really get up there to like 1,000 views. It's weird looking back now, finding out that that was a major catalyst video. Oh, oh, another general thoughts I could look at. Be cool, Scooby Doo. That it's funny because my opinion has not changed on that. I think, but I feel like the way I feel about it is the same, but we'll see.
And now, a thought from Mann. Today's subject, be cool, Scooby-Doo. You know, I really wanted to hate this show. I truly wanted to hate this show. I mean, just the name of it suggested.
The number one time man asks, "Are you still partnered with Frederator?" No, I left them like some years ago. I think I left them back in 2019. I think that was when I officially left, and they were great. Honestly, I'm not gonna pretend like Channel Frederator is a terrible or nothing. I wasn't leaving because I hated them or resented them or they stole my money. They took me monies. Nah, it really was just a matter of I felt like I feel like I'm strong enough to handle like I feel like I'm strong enough to handle whatever hits me anymore in terms of like copyright. Like Frederator was like good for fighting off copyright. In fact, like here's a thing to note. I don't think many know is that I don't know if many know this. It's like this channel almost died literally like back in like 2018 or 17. It might have been 17. Like my channel was literally on the verge of death. Like these assholes from like this company called Squared Points, flag them if you see their channel, Squared Points. Like these buttholes literally like knocked down my channel, or almost knocked out my channel by like they basically put a bunch of copyrights against videos where I was just talking. Like I'm just talking because it all started from them doing a false flag on my video on the Erased anime. Like they did a false copyright claim on that, which they didn't own. They didn't have anything to do with Erased. They were just like some MCN sports casting like thing from Barcelona. Like that's all they were. And yet they were notorious actually for going around hitting people with false claims. And like they tried to hit me and I fought back and I won, but then they came back almost a year or two later to hit two of my videos with like 3 strikes. We were trying to hit it with like 3 strikes and it almost killed the channel, but thankfully like two of the strikes morphed into 1 technically, and so it was only 2 strikes. But I really was like, fuck, I gotta be careful how I move forward. I was gonna make a video talking about it, but I didn't want to because I was fearful. I made a video, I even recorded it and was about to put it out there, but I said no because I really did not want to risk them killing the channel by sending the final strike and officially nuking the channel. So I was a little depressed about it because I was like, fuck, they literally are about to kill this channel. Like all this hard work I built up, it's about to die. It's all about to go away because of these fucking assholes. And thankfully, I talked to like Frederator about it, and they actually managed to get in touch with YouTube because YouTube sucks and they don't like to talk to people. Like if you actually have some bullshit going on with you, you're not going to be able to talk to an actual like representative or nothing. And like and thankfully Frederator talked to those people and managed to get my channel reinstated properly. And I think potentially put like some warning out for squared points because I don't hear too often that they're doing any more false flags. I think I'm pretty sure their channel hasn't been knocked down, but I think it's a matter of like maybe it's possible that like a warning was put out to tell people we know you're doing this, like we are highly aware you are doing this, so stop. So I don't know. It's weird. It's kind of fucked up, really, when you get back to it. When you really think about it, it's like, damn, like this channel literally was gonna be nuked, and that would have been the death of Man of 1,000 Thoughts in terms of the channel. Like that would have been like, no more. I'm going to do whatever, something else from now on. I don't care. I'm not doing this anymore. That was it. If they actually succeeded in winning, because I was like, I don't feel like building from the ground up again. I did it. It's like no more. Ugh. But yeah, Frederator, they were like really cool. They were pretty cool. Like they got me a lot of like music and access to a lot of like music, copyright free music programs that had good music instead of the crappy YouTube library. I don't have access to some of those libraries anymore because one of them, like Frederator, lost the partnership, and so it's like, well, can't download that from that anymore. Whatever. But it definitely was one of those things. I think now recently YouTube has gotten a little better. I think they got a little better now that they're not as shitty in terms of the copyright to a degree, I want to say. Still a little wonky, definitely, but it's like it's better than what it was because people would constantly send strikes and almost kill channels because of it. So now they're like, okay, we're gonna temper all the strikes and mostly allow more just claims, which are easier to fight. Like it's easier to fight bullshit claims, thankfully. But yeah, but I digress. Sorry for the long tangent. I kind of just randomly said, "Hey, story time," but yeah, that's sort of my whole thing with Frederator. They were cool. They were cool. I like them, but I just said, you know what? Time to like move on. I can do this stuff on my own. I don't need an MCN anymore. Plus, it helps my money. But I digress.
I was gonna hate this show. But after watching the first episode, I can honestly say it's good. I mean it. It's a good show. It's funny. It's enjoyable. It seems
this was a thing for me. I was always going off the first episode for some shows. That's how I was doing it for a bit. Eventually I got to the point I was like, okay, I kind of can't keep doing that because only one episode is not enough to gauge me. One episode could be good, but then the first episode could be really good, but then the rest could be total shit. Like so I was like, from now on, it's like I'm gonna let a few episodes come off, and then I'll probably go from there. Like it was easier to like review like streaming shows because they usually drop a lot of episodes. I mean, they'll either drop the whole season or as of recently, they'll drop like 3 episodes, and it's like, okay, I can go off that. I can make a video off of that. But now it's like, if they drop one episode, can't say shit about it because I'm like, what? It's one episode. There's probably a bunch of characters that are missing. In fact, the worst example recently was Owl House. I reviewed like an Owl House video. I mean, no, I reviewed the Owl House episode, and it's literally just the first episode. And I'm like, that was not enough to gauge this because I didn't know who Willow was, or Gus was, or Amity. Didn't know shit about Lilith. Didn't really get to understand like Luz and Ida like that, or the curse. Like, I didn't know anything about the curse. So it's like, damn, this is missing so much. like I'm missing so much context. And then the show finally ends, and I'm like, I think I need to make a Second Thoughts. I think I need to make another video that talks about this, and that's when Second Thoughts was born, because I was like, yeah, I kind of want to just talk about the new season, but I digress. Back to it. Sorry.
More timeless in how it does everything. So, yeah, it's a good show.
Look, I think that's pretty obvious.
Oh my god.
Which is-
Yeah, that was sort of a thing. I was always making like clips. I was always taking clips that reacted to what I said, and as you saw how that was wonky as shit and how it clipped in itself. Yeah, that was bad. Looked pretty bad, damn it. I was like, damn. I mainly got a better grasp on it. I would say I'm way better at it now, thankfully. But yeah, that was kind of weird. I would flicker like that into the next.
Honestly, a surprise. I mean, with the name Be Cool Scooby-Doo, that just kind of screams, oh, they're gonna try to
This
make
looks bad.
Scooby a
Hate
cool
this
guy or
fuzz.
something, aren't
Hate
they?
the focus.
But no, it's just a bad title, I'll be honest. But the show is actually pretty funny. It's kind of funnier than, the actual movies that keep coming out. And to be honest, that was what deterred me from this series.
It's weird I say this because I didn't watch a lot of those movies when they were coming out by the time Be Cool was out. I don't know why. I just was like, oh great, more Scooby-Doo. Oh cool, more Scooby-Doo. I don't care. And I don't know why I was willing to be that harsh towards it. It's like, come on, it's just Scooby-Doo. It ain't that bad. Like, I don't know why. I for some reason had that weird mindset thinking that it's like, no, it's always bad. And it's like, no, it's not. It's not that. It's really not that bad. Like, chill out.
Because so many adaptions and iterations kept coming out, I just kept saying, maybe it's time to put the dog to sleep.
Why did I say that? Oh my god, why did I say that? Oh, that was... I really wish I'd... Oh, god, why did I say that? That was unnecessarily harsh. Like, it's Scooby-Doo. Like, I don't know. I think I was, like, really tired of Scooby-Doo, but at the end of the day, it's like, it's just Scooby-Doo. He's harmless. Fuck. That was unnecessary. I'm so glad I stopped trying to be mean in these videos, like, because I was a douchebag.
But it holds
Damn.
up. It actually holds up. It is kind of odd that they redesigned the characters. And when I first saw them, I thought, this doesn't.
I really hate how I loved this audio. God damn it.
But the designs actually grow on you. It works for what they're trying to pull off with this show. The comedy, it's very reminiscent of Phineas and Ferb. And to be honest, it's not surprising since people who've previously worked on Phineas and Ferb are working on this series.
Light it up. Let's move.
Producer is Zach Moncrief, who also worked on Brickleberry, so some of that humor is also kind of here, except it's, not stupid, gross, random humor. Granted, it can be random at times, but it still works a lot better here, because the segues seem a lot more connected than Brickleberry. So, yeah, the humor, it's nice and funny. It's very nice and funny than most other adaptations that I've seen from Scooby-Doo. One thing that could kill this series is if you have random guest appearances of celebrities that no one cares about or just don't make sense to pair.
And lo and behold, guess who Scooby-Doo was born like some 5 or 4 years later. Oh my god, I really said this, and like, guess who Scooby-Doo literally came out, and it's literally a bunch of cameos, or not even cameos, but episodes dealing with a bunch of celebrities just showing up. That was weird. That was weird that I technically predicted that. I didn't think they'd do it, but they did it, and it's like, I leave that show to its devices. I saw the Urkel episode. It was kind of funny. Daphne and Velma are drawing a little like extra in that. I will definitely say that.
up. I mean, for God's sake, we already had Scooby-Doo meet Kiss, of all people. I don't know why they did that, but that's what they wanted to do. The person.
It's funny I said this. I never saw Kiss, the Kiss one, or the WWE one. I don't know why I genuinely was mad at it. It's like, why am I mad at that? I never saw that. It's weird seeing that or hearing me say that because I'm like, I never saw that movie, so I genuinely don't know whether or not it was bad. It's weird because it's like back then I was kind of a bit more bitter. I was definitely more bitter about a lot of this shit. Like, I don't know, but as I was doing it, I started realizing sometimes you just gotta watch some stupid shit just to have fun. Like, it's not supposed to be revolutionary. It's not supposed to change the game. It's literally just supposed to be fun. That's really what it comes down to.
Personalities seem a little different, mainly for, I guess, Velma and Daphne. Velma's still the smart one out of everyone, but she's a bit more nervous around her friends.
Dean Longfellow?
Yes? Who are you?
I'm
Longfellow.
Bella Dinkley. I have an interview scheduled
Jesus.
with you, but if you're too busy and mean...
And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. To be honest, that kind of reminds me of Velma from the Pup Named Scooby-Doo series. That's cool. I mean,
Oh
those
yeah,
are good
I forgot that was Kate
series.
Micucci. This was like Kate Micucci's first chance at playing Velma. Now, she was actually pretty good as Velma. Honestly, I actually like her Velma. I like her Velma. Like, she plays a good Velma.
So, it's fine. Daphne had the biggest personality.
I
change.
love
mean,
Daphne in this, and I still do.
She's the one that really brings off some random humor. I mean, she, for some reason, has a fascination with puppets out of nowhere.
My puppet of me's puppet of me has a puppet of me, and so on.
But I guess it's just for the...
Damn, that editing was bad there, but yeah. I don't know why I said she had an obsession with puppets, like that was supposed to be her thing for the series. It was literally just for that one episode, because like Daphne was like legitimately really funny. Like, because she was just so random and just, you really had no clue what the hell she was gonna do next. And I fucking loved her in this show. And I was kind of mad. I was like, damn it, I wish the show picked up. I wish the show, like, more people really liked it, because it's really funny. It was really funny, and a lot of the humor was because of Daphne. But what can you do? A lot of people, it just didn't catch on, so it sucked. But I still stand by that. It was like the funniest Daphne, like, or kind of like the best Daphne, maybe, because she was just that hilarious to me.
one episode. But it's actually kind of funny, and to be honest, it puts a little more character to her, making her a bit of a crazy, weird girl. And she seems like the one that helps balance out the team whenever they start butting heads. So that's actually kind of a nice thing that they brought to the character.
Wait a second, you're missing the whole point about this.
Well, I'm Velma. I trust books more than I trust my friends.
Look, I'm Fred. I put my friends in danger for clues.
It's funny because
I'm-
Fred was kind of a boring character, but Fred's actually a lot different in this, and I kind of liked his portrayal here. Honestly, I genuinely like how Fred was here, because they gave him a bit more personality. You know.
Shaggy, wah! I'm hungry, wah! I'm scared, wah! I'm 2 years old, wah!
I'm handing out puppets.
I'm Scooby-Doo. I'm sweet and loyal and the best friend in the world.
What? I'm the best friend in the world.
I'm the best friend.
I'm the best friend.
Yeah, you are the best friend.
No, you're the best friend.
No, clearly you're the best friend.
You're all wrong.
We're all best friends.
Fred
Wow.
is still the leader type, not much different to him. Shaggy and Scooby are.
I
the
say
same
that, but I
scaredy
genuinely
cats
think they
as
changed
always.
enough of him, and
But
he's actually a lot
this
funnier.
time around,
Or
if
works
they
a lot better.
really don't want to do something, they will try their best to explain why they shouldn't do it or why they don't want to do it. And it's funny how they explain it.
Shaggy, Scooby, check out that tower.
You want us to go
I'll
into
admit
that
the
tower?
character designs
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
really, like the character designs really are not that good, because it very much is like, dude, this is Family Guy. Like these are Family Guy designs, and I don't know why they have it like why they had it like this. It's like, do y'all realize y'all just made Family Guy caricatures of the character, or you're using Family Guy caricatures of the Scooby Doo gang? Like, why?
Let's be totally clear about this. You, Fred, want us, Shaggy and Scooby, to go in here, the spooky home of him, the evil ghost that wants to hurt us?
Well, I would probably word it differently, but
But so, like, what you're saying is the biggest cowards here, no offense, Scoob,
keep it real.
should walk right into this tower
Wow.
where this ghost is waiting to do this to us?
Why? Why, Fred? Why? You could have gone and come back by now.
We hired these actors to stay
What the?
for reenactment.
What are they doing? But it keeps escalating. It keeps getting stupider. Like it. Honestly, it's literally like I said. It's literally just like Phineas and Ferb humor. Like they just keep getting dumber with the joke. Like they just keep escalating the joke.
I think we're done here.
We still getting paid?
It sort of reminds you of
Oh my
Phineas and
God.
Ferb and how they go about explaining
Like
different
it for
things.
no reason escalates, and it's like, why?
Actually, nice and fun.
That was so funny to me.
This show is definitely different from the Mystery Incorporated version because it's not as serious. There's no big storyline following this, but it still works on its own. It holds up on its own. It's funny, it's nice, the characters are great, the comedy is nice.
There's only one place I'm sure I belong. With my friends.
Ah, yes, friends. I wish I had some of those.
I'm uncomfortable.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'm not gonna knock this one. I really, really wanted to hate this, but I'll be honest, I
Man.
can't. It's great. I like it.
Yes, very comforting.
If you're gonna hate it because it's not like this one adaptation of Scooby-Doo, then maybe you shouldn't be watching a lot of these adaptations at all, because then you're always gonna keep comparing it instead of seeing does it hold up on its own merit.
Yeah,
To me,
I think I
it's
still
a great
stand by
show.
that. It's like
It's funny.
compare and contrast different
It's less
iterations.
dramatic.
A lot too much. Every now and then,
Characters
it's like
are great.
focus more on
Personalities are
does
great.
it work on its own. You know,
It's a worthy adaptation
Like,
among
just
all
more
the
focus
others.
more on that.
But that's just a thought.
What are your thoughts on Beak? Yeah, I
And
think I've
now-
noticed that I misspelled the fuck out of subscribe for a long ass time. I don't. It was like not until far recently that it was that I finally realized it's like I need to fix that. I don't know why it's like that. It's terrible. Oh my god. Chapters added. God damn! Look at all. God damn, these tags. Bigfoot film kit. Why did I reuse? Did I reuse these tags? These are not correct. Damn, I think I copied these from. I think these copied over from the Wabbit review. Damn. That's. Here are my thoughts on Wabbit design. Oh wait. I'm sorry, Chad. I'm an idiot. That I just realized we went back to Wabbit. How did I do that? I'm sorry. That was stupid of me. This is a nice and welcome return to form for the Looney Tunes. Harvey Beaks. Yeah, that was a good one. Flying Guard. Ugh, I don't know why I reviewed that. Well, it's funny. I reviewed that in Miraculous Ladybug. Yeah, I did do that. That was like basically the finale sort of for season 1 of General Thoughts, or like it was the last General Thoughts I did for that year to wrap up season 1. God damn. Return of the Roar. I think I did that, and I did Lion Guard, and I was like, this is not meant for us. It's weird, and I kind of still stand by that. I don't know. My friend, like Wacky Deli, tells me it's like he kind of he really enjoys it, but like I don't know, I couldn't get into it. But my main thing is like because it was a preschool, it was supposed to be like a preschool show because it was like on Disney Junior. I don't know. I don't know. Someone was kind of weird about it. I don't know. We could watch it just to see
And
where I
now,
stand.
a
Still,
thought from Man. Today's
it's funny because
subject,
this really was like
the
my biggest
Lion Guard
video
Return
at that
of the
time.
Roar. You know, I really can't get into the Lion Guard. I mean, this is definitely a show more for little kids, not full-on preschoolers, but definitely more younger audience. It's not downright horrible, but it's
That was a
definitely
bad clip
just
to use right there.
not
I
something
can't fake. That
for
was weird to use.
fans of the original Lion King movie. The humor's meh. Doesn't get a big laugh from me. The authentic feel of it is kind of gone. Like the songs they have don't really feel African, you know?
It's a good day to have some fun to run and play. The sun's so hot it melts my.
Why the hell did I say that? Also, a thing of note, I just remembered when I first edited, I didn't or was editing clips in. I never realized this thing that would go on for a while when it comes to like editing is that you have to turn off resample on your clips. You can set it so it's always off in like the editing software, but I didn't notice that, so that's why you're constantly seeing this weird ghosting effect that happens on these characters or happens on the characters on these clips because it's like I did not know I could turn this off. I was unaware of that. I never knew that was on. So yeah, these old clips, it's like they're stuck like this, and I of course I'm not about to go back and redo them because for one, all that footage and audio is probably lost at this point. The videos itself are still there. I still have them, but I can't revamp them. Or if I try to revamp them, it's just like, what's the point? They're old. They made their views, and I don't share some of the same views anyway. So
The originals, their songs were a lot better. I mean, hell, they had Elton John. But here, they don't feel like you don't feel like you're in the African savannah. That's what I should say. Most of it feels like imitation African music, and it does nothing for me. Songs are just very meh.
Yeah,
Little
the songs
kids might like
definitely
it,
were meh
but
to me.
if you are a major fan of the original songs, you're not gonna like these songs. This one sort of ignores canon by basically ignoring the second Lion King movie. Now, yeah, that's not a very good movie. I'll admit it. I mean, it's not downright terrible, but it's not very good. I mean, you introduced other lions and made it seem like they were part of the original movie, even though they were never there in the first place. So, yeah, you already can see a problem there. But here, they decide to basically ignore the second movie and decide we're going to give Kiara a brother. And
yeah, that was one thing that pissed me off about it was that it's like you still have the second movie, yet you're sort of doing a midquel type thing, or not even midquel. I don't know. It was like a weird thing because if you see in the second movie, you know, like Simba has the one daughter. He doesn't have a son, but here they're like, no, he has a son named Kion. I'm like, when the fuck did we establish that? Where did that come from? I was like, why? Why does he just out of nowhere like, yep, Simba has a son? I'm like, why? Even y'all know you're kind of pulling shit out of your ass with this one.
He was never in the second movie at all, so you see a problem there.
God,
like, why are you deciding now she just gets a brother? I mean, you're just gonna ignore the second movie? What the hell? And the thing is, she's about at least like a year or two younger than her, so it takes place mainly like when Kiara
wasn't there a scene that had blood in the show? I don't know,
because The Lion King 2 also took place when she was
I didn't keep up with it. I watched this
and also into when she was a grown adult. So yeah, it doesn't hold up. Like, where does Kion come from?
Heavy Kavisa.
I call him
Side
Keon, but I think his name was
characters,
Kion because they really wanted to
they're-
be basically
okay,
a rhyme
mainly
with
this
lion.
One character
Kion,
that shows
I
up
don't know.
throughout the whole thing called Bunga, and there's ignoring canon here because somehow Timon and Pumbaa are this kid's uncles, and it's like, wait, in Lion King 2, Timon and Pumbaa were Kiara's uncles.
Oh yeah, Badry Bally mentions that the show will acknowledge the second movie is still canon. Yeah, I think I heard that. That basically they tried to sort of indicate that Kion left at a certain point, like he went off to do something else while Kiara, or whatever her name was, ended up doing her thing with Kovu and shit. So that's why, if you're wondering why isn't he present here, it's like because he left at a certain point, like because of a. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know. That's what I heard. I didn't keep up with the show enough to really understand it. If you want to know, it's like I think you talk to Wacky Deli. Check out his video on a bunch of this stuff.
How do they just magically become this kid's uncle? Like, where's this coming from?
Say what?
The character Bunga is fine. He's a honey badger who's, you know, very enthusiastic. They call him the bravest out of everyone. And he's okay. Nothing horribly wrong with him, but eh.
Come on, Bunga. You're the bravest animal I know. I want you to be the first to join the new Lion Guard.
There's another character named Zuli, who's a cheetah, who's supposed to be the fastest out of all her friends and whatnot. And, I mean, there's not much to her. You know, she has a little bit of pride to herself, but not much to go off of.
Figures.
There's a hippo named Beshti.
I don't know why I did that.
If I'm pronouncing that right. Who, again, not much going off of him. Like, he's kind of introduced at the end, just sort of like Zuli.
He's the strongest
There's
of the
not
group.
much
That's really
going
all
for
I
him.
had to say.
He's just sort
I
of a
didn't even
character that ends up
mention
being part of this whole Lion Guard business.
I don't get it.
There's another character named Ono who's a
Oh,
cattle
really,
creative
really into the
guard.
clips thing.
He's
It's
supposed
weird.
to be the one with the major keen sense. You know, he's a bird, so he should be able to get an overhead view and scope out the area and whatnot. He's, again, there's not much going off of him. They really don't explore a lot of these characters. It's mainly just Keon and Bunga that get the most screen time.
I guess.
The whole business with the Lion Guard thing is, it's okay, but how they go about explaining the origins is still kind of dumb.
When
God,
your
that's fuzzy.
grandfather Mufasa was about your age, his
Oh, this is a
younger brother
long ass fucking clip that I managed to go. Sorry, I kind of have to talk because I'm like, while this video never got copywritten, I don't know. I don't know. It's funny how it didn't because it's like, but I mean, I don't know. It's weird. Like they just let it through
So
and didn't give a fuck.
the Lion Guard to help him take down Mufasa. When the guard refused, Scar was furious. And then, Scar used the roar to destroy the Lion Guard.
Oh
What
yeah,
Scar
right.
didn't realize was that by using the roar
Right, I forgot they had that thing was like they have right. They had magic in this, and the thing is like there's not supposed to actually be real magic in Lion King. It's sort of weird how they did it like that. It's like, why is there magic? Like, I mean, there's sort of supposed to be like the spirit world shit that we saw, you know, with Mufasa in like the first movie, but it's like it's not exactly supposed to be magic. Here, it's like, yep, it's magic. There's just magic.
They mainly go about talking about it as like it's supposed to be part of the original canon, but the thing is, you could omit it from the canon and it wouldn't hurt it in any way, shape, or form. Hell, it doesn't even help it.
Animation is good as
They
least.
say
Yeah,
Scar
animation was actually kind of
was
good.
the
for
original
this. I
leader
would
of the
give
Lion
that.
Guard, but the power went to his head, and now he decided he needs to be king. And it's like, why not leave it at Scar was just very jealous of his brother? Like, that's perfectly fine. We could easily live with that. There's no reason to have to put a bigger motivation to Scar wanting to become king. There really was no reason for that. It doesn't help this story at all.
Bisa.
One thing it does a little better than
Don't know
the
what
Lion
the hell
King
that was
2
supposed to be.
is it uses hyenas instead of just random lions that were just never there in the first place. They're new hyenas, so it could feel a little weird. They decided not to use.
Yeah, this
the
was early
original
on
hyenas
because
from
people
the
pointed
first
out
one,
there
you know,
were
Shinzi,
good hyenas
Benzi,
in this, but
Ed.
this is still like they're
So
evil.
I mean, if you were that attached to those characters, you're probably not gonna like the new guys. There's not much new to this character or his friends. Their thing is just spread chaos for the hell of it.
Chandra and his clan will keep going until the whole herd is dead.
They try to have their own
damn.
catchphrases with this Zukazama. It's mainly said by the character Bunga. It gets grating.
Zukazama! Zukazama! Zukazama!
I'll admit the song for it can be a little catchy, mainly just the chorus, but other than that, it gets annoying real fast when he keeps saying it. Another problem is they keep mentioning the Circle of Life. Now, I mean, the first movie mentioned the Circle of Life. Hell,
I remember it was like it was an okay song. I didn't hate it, but I was like,
in the first
all right.
movie was called
I still
The Circle
stand
of
by
Life.
that.
It was about the Circle of Life and all that. But here, they just use it religiously. Like, it gets annoying to the point it's like, shut up about it already, please.
It's really annoyed by that. I was really annoyed by them using the Circle of Life. I'm like, okay. I don't know why.
Circle of life.
Circle of life?
The circle of life?
One other problem I also have is the magic. I mean, really, before in the first one, the magic was more natural. It, felt like it needed to be there. It wasn't interfering or anything like that. Here they do this type of spiritual crap where it's like this mighty roar which has the generations of previous lions and whatnot that help you to scare off people. It's like, really? Like, why? We were fine with Mufasa coming down and giving a little bit of wisdom and insight to Simba. That was perfectly fine. You did well there. But here it's like, oh my god, you're basically giving the kid superpowers of some sort. I mean, not big time superpowers, but superpowers of some sort.
Yeah, that was just something that annoyed me about it. It was like, yeah, why does he have superpowers?
At least in the first one, the magic felt like it was nature. It
Kinda
didn't feel
stupid.
like
I don't know.
it was out
I'm
of
sorry.
place. It didn't feel like
I still
it was
didn't. I just
interfering,
don't
you
care
know?
for it. I did.
Other parts of the humor can be stupid.
Oh, that was
Sometimes
just
they'll
dumb.
go a little dumb with fart jokes. Hell, a fart ends up saving the day.
Oh,
that's annoying.
Oh yeah, here we go.
All in all, this is a series that
Yeah, see that was one of the biggest reasons why I said no. Like, I mean, they had Pumbaa, of course, who's supposed to be that he stinks and all that, but I'm like, come on, man, that is a fart. Like, he farts and it saves the day. Are you kidding me? Like, that was too stupid for me.
that's okay, but it's
Oh.
definitely not meant for people like me. People who grew up on the original Lion King, who love the original Lion King. It is not for us in any way, shape, or form. It is meant for very little kids. If you want to watch it, go ahead, but don't expect much substance to come from this. It's not meant for us. Hell, it's gonna be on Disney Junior of all things. They just put it on Disney Channel just to preview it the one time, hoping to get original fans to watch. But yeah, you're not gonna get any original fans here. It's meant for the younger audience.
I say this, but I
But
don't have original
just a
fans
thought.
like this. I don't know. Oh yeah. Yeah, back in my old movie thoughts where they were just movie reviews. I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why I did a review of fucking Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. I don't know. It was weird because it's like was nothing I needed to be that needed to be said by me for that movie. It's weird that I was in that. I mean, or weird that I did that. As you can tell, I somehow got the spelling right at least because I had the button. Yeah, I don't know why I fucked that up. Ugh. Um. Guess we could watch for. We could probably do one more. Oh, how do y'all feel, Chad? Do y'all still want to look at another one? I probably could do one more, or we could just call it for that. How y'all feel? Let me know. Tell you now, it is kind of rough looking back on these old videos. It's like Jesus. But, but like I said, that's what it is. You look back on this stuff and you realize it's like, yeah, one more. Okay, one more. We'll do the season finale. We'll do the season finale. We'll do, yeah, the miraculous tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir video. It's funny. I still watch Miraculous, but I don't know.
And
It's
now,
like,
a thought from man.
yeah.
Today's subject,
when I finally
miraculous, the tales of
finally.
Ladybug and Cat Noir.
God, these don't look good.
You
This
know,
is like back before I
should say
really,
this, Miraculous
really didn't know how to
pretty
find
good.
what you call it.
I mean, I've been hearing so much hype about this show. So many fans have been posting a lot of fan art and whatnot, and I'm just like, what's this show all about? I mean, I'd heard of it before, but I didn't think it'd catch on as well as it did. It's kind of surprising. But after watching it, yeah, I can say it's pretty good. It's kind of weird about this show. I mean, it's not American, it's a French show. It's from France, but it's sort of a mixture between a Korean animation company and a Japanese animation company, Toei Animation, and a French company.
It's kind of weird.
Kind of
like,
a mixture of so many different.
It's kind of weird because that it technically isn't that. Like, it's more the French animation company Toei sort of is partnered with them because the thing is, like, it was supposed to be an anime, but then they just didn't do that. It's like, okay.
Cultures, countries, like, wow. But it turns out pretty good. The odd thing about this show is it originally was supposed to have a sort of anime style. It was supposed to be 2D animated instead of 3D. And
at some point,
the 2D actually looks
Disney
nice.
Channel.
From what they showed beforehand in a trailer, it looks pretty nice. But after watching the
Is that
first
supposed to be
episode in
Adrian? He
3D,
looked
I have
weird
to
there.
say, I like the 3D better. I feel like with the 2D anime style, it probably wasn't going to get as many people on board. A lot of people, I'm pretty sure, would have just knocked it off as, oh, it's a kid anime, so, and they would have left it alone. Whereas with the 3D, you probably could pull in more American audiences and whatnot, versus just getting some anime fans. So yeah, I think 3D was the better route.
I kind of do still think that if they did go with the anime style, it probably wouldn't have hit as hard. I feel like it would have been a matter of like people would have passed it off as like, oh, it's just like Beyblade. It's like, oh, it's the Beyblade, it's the Yu-Gi-Oh, or it's that type kiddie anime shit, and they just would have been like, yeah, that's for the kids. Oh, there ain't nothing to see here. I feel like that would have happened, and it wouldn't have been as big as it has gotten. Like, I don't know. It's interesting to think about, like, what would have happened if they did stick with the anime style.
Some of the things they do in 3D look pretty cool. I have to say that. Like, it's looks pretty cool when they do certain action scenes. The thing about this show is it was already out in like Korea, but it was dubbed, and I'm like, I'm not really gonna watch this yet. I'll wait for it to get dubbed in English, then I'll pay attention to it. I like the setting. It takes place in France, so you know, it makes sense. It's from a guy who's from France, so why not? And that's always cool to be in a different location versus what you're always used to. The guy who made it, Thomas Ostruck, probably butchered that name. He worked on previous shows like Code Lyoko and Totally Spies, and some of it kind of shows here. It's definitely a good resume. I mean,
you could definitely feel a bit of the old like
Magoozy,
like French animes because he did work on some of that stuff.
Mailbox won't budge. Ring the doorbell.
Are you kidding? What if Adrian answers the...
I kind of want to point this out about Alia. Like here, I don't know if she's black. If she's supposed to be black. Like because I know people might be asking. I don't know if people like know about the whole black cartoon characters videos that I do. I never could distinguish whether or not she's supposed to be black. So I was like, I'm not touching that. I'll leave it. I'm not sure. Like I'm not sure what her race is supposed to be exactly. I feel like she is, but I don't know. It could come out and be like, no, that's not her ethnicity. I'm like, well, shit. Don't want to make an assumption. I don't know. I don't know. If Thomas Ostruck officially came out to say yes, she's black, then okay. Like, maybe she'll be on the next list, but for now,
they're pretty cool. I like them just fine. Marionette is the protagonist. She's Ladybug. That's her superhero alter ego. And she's a nice girl. She's, you know, just like every average girl you've seen in a
light skin, maybe, possibly. That's my thing. It's like I don't know.
That's fine.
It's like I don't know if she's just light skinned or if she is. I don't know. A
part
of me says yes,
Adrian.
but I don't want to just make an assumption.
To him, he's actually Cat Noir, and it's kind of weird how that dynamic works. She's shy around Adrian.
I wanted to gift you a make. I mean, gift you a gift I made.
But when she's Ladybug and around Cat Noir, she's it's just fine. She's still just as confident. If anything, she gains a little more confidence when she's Ladybug.
Looks like I made it just in time.
I had it under control. But thanks.
And it's kind of odd with Cat Noir. He doesn't really notice Marionette when he's Adrian. But he loves flirting with
Nick. I don't watch him on a regular basis.
It's sort of a nice juxtaposition from their alter egos and whatnot. I like it. It's welcome.
Yeah.
Cataclysm!
Couldn't you have said that 500 feet ago?
We can't stay stuck in this bubble together forever.
Wow.
The main villain, Hawkmoth, I don't want to say anything outright because we don't know exactly everything, but when I see him and then I see Adrian's father, I'm like, I wonder who Hawkmoth is.
I don't know why I was trying to be sneaky. It's like it's so fucking obvious that Adrian's dad is Hawkmoth. Like it was so obvious. Like why am I trying to pretend like it's not, or try to pretend like it's a spoiler? You know it is. Like I don't even know if the origin episode revealed it.
I've just decided
anyway.
You're a bad influence and you're not welcome in my house ever again. Leave now.
Adults ruin everything all the time.
Desperate to help his friend, but
exactly. See.
Powerless. How frustrating. It won't be.
Plus, it's like the same voice too.
Turns to anger.
But other than that, he's sort of like Queen Burrow from Sailor Moon. Messes with everyday life and everyday things and changes them, or like Rita Repulsa. In fact, Miraculous actually takes a lot of influence from Sailor Moon. That's probably why it's so popular. It has that magical girl element. I mean, that's not bad. That's nice. We're getting more back into that. Hell, Star vs. the Forces of Evil is sort of like that a bit. Ladybug and Cat Noir's powers, they mainly come from these things called miraculouses. And the way they work is they basically fuse with their host or whatnot for a short period of time, though, until they either get hungry or tired. Then
I called them miraculous, but they're actually called kwamis. And they were like the actual things inside the miraculous are called kwamis. I don't know how I messed that up.
A couple of minutes or whatnot.
Marinette! It was an emergency.
Yeah, if by emergency you mean jealousy. You know what happens once you use your lucky charm. You only have minutes before...
I turn back, I know.
And that sort of does add a bit of a dynamic. You know, now it's like it's always a race to beat the person they're fighting. They can't just stay and super powered up and just automatically win the day. They have to, you know, actually think about it. They got to keep on their toes. And that's nice. That's a nice dynamic. They sort of go.
Shout outs to Review Your Life.
That most
it says the sound.
Yes,
the sound sucks.
Where you
I am
have
aware.
the protagonist who has a friend.
Like I said, I was using a headset for this that was not made for
secret identity, and it's like, okay. Now, Randy Cunningham, 9th grade ninja, actually went against this, and to be honest, it's not the first. Static Shock did this too, where they just outright told them their secret identity. But here it's more the cliched route. I won't tell my friend because this, you know, it's like I can't let them get involved in what's going on. And it's like,
yeah, that was something I really didn't. To leave. Good night. See the number one Thai man. But yeah, that was something I hated. Was that they changed, or that it's like neither of them could tell their friends. I'm like, come on, man, break that trope, or break that cliche, because it's kind of whack that they do it anymore. Like now in this new age of superheroes, a lot of time they do just say, you know, fuck identity, secret identities. What does it matter? Like I mean, you can still have a private identity. You know what I mean? Like you can still tell some close friends that you know won't like spill. And that's really what should have happened with Miraculous. Like, what's her name? Marinette. Damn, I don't know why I was blanking on her name. Marinette, like, more or less has Alia, who's her best friend, so it's like, just have her tell Alia. And for, Adrian, he has Nino, so he could just tell Nino. And it's really stupid, because there's, like, this whole thing where it's, like, the people who have the Ladybug Miraculous and the person who has the Cat Noir Miraculous, they can't know each other's identities. And I'm like, why? Like, why can't they know each other's identities? What is it that is happening between them that is causing what is it that would cause them? What happens? Like, what happens if they know each other's identities? Like, why is it that they can't know? And it just feels like it just feels out of nowhere. It's like, when did we establish this? It's like, yep, yeah, you just can't know each other's identities because reasons. They try to explain it like in like one of the seasons with this Cat Blanc one where it's like, oh, they found out each other's identities and then the world ended somehow. But I'm like, now there was a very specific set of circumstances that happened that easily could have been avoided, even with, and still have them know each other's identities. Come on now, you're really bullshitting on these excuses. Like that's the thing that frustrates me the most. It's like, why can't they just tell their identities? Just tell who the fuck they are to each other. There's no reason. It would be much easier because it's like, okay, I know why my partner is not here to help me, because it's like they're stuck somewhere. Like, so stupid.
It's better if you just tell them, so that way there's not this crappy misunderstanding.
Exactly.
That ends up
I still stand by
makes
this.
The protagonist and their friend have a fallout, and you know by the end of it, they'll be back together. They're gonna forgive each other. It's like, The main villain, Hawkmoth, he's sort of like your typical villain and whatnot. There's not much going off of him. He has this thing called akumatizing, where he basically sends out these little butterflies that turn people evil mainly revealing their major desires.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that it was
amping
like
them
getting a
up
bit
so they'll
more
wanna do
into
bad
how to
things
actually deliver on these type of things, like in terms of my delivery on with this.
Fly away, my little Akuma, and evilize him.
It's still so stupid to me. Evil Eyes. Like Evil Eyes, man. You couldn't find a better name.
Hawkmoth is my name, and Bubbler is now yours. I will help you with these horrid adults, and all you have to do in return is help me get something from Ladybug and Cat Noir.
Yes, Hawkmoth.
Bubbler. Nigga's name Bubbler.
That's okay. I mean, it's just, I've seen that in other forms. You know, I've seen that in either Power Rangers or Sailor Moon. All in all, this is a good show. It's
Review Your Life asks,
and
what
I'm
do
probably
I
gonna
think of
stick with
Invincible's
it.
approach to the trope? Invincible's approach to the trope was actually pretty stupid. I genuinely do not like how they did some of it with, because like it's mainly because like Invincible's like girlfriend he dated, I forgot her name. Like she ends up getting mad at him even though she figured out who who he is, and it's like, okay, why are you mad at him? You know why he's late now. Because he's a superhero saving people's fucking lives, you asshole. Like you asshole. Like, why are you mad at him? He's literally going to save lives. Hell, he saved yours. And you're like, well, he abandoned us during that one fight. Because he had to go change, man. Like, of course he's... Like, what are you mad at? If he didn't do this, you would have died. Like, what the fuck are you mad? Amber, that's her name. Oh, it's bad. It's really bad. And it kind of gets gross because it's like Amber in the comics was white. And then, so they change her. They're like, look, we ain't got no black people here, so let's change her to black. And but you made her terrible. So it's like, great, you have a black girl and she kind of sucks. Like, why? I won't say more because it's more a spoiler if I tell. But it's real stupid. It's real. I really hated how Invincible handled Amber. I really, really wish they did better with her, or at the very least, I don't know. It's annoying. That was just really annoying how they did it in there with Amber at least. Like I fucking hated it because it's like Amber did not need to be like that. No one would react like this. Even I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a firm believer of you don't need to always put logic in your stories when it comes to characters' reactions to things. But I don't think anyone would be like this, even if they were like super emotional. They would think, okay, most people. Because here's the thing, it's not even that she was emotional. Like, even thinking before the attacks and all that shit, she should have been like, okay, I know who your identity is. Let me approach you and ask, what do you want to do? Do you want to just be a superhero or do you want to be with me? You know what I mean? That's what she should have put a prerogative towards, or not a prerogative. She should have put a question towards it. Like you gotta pick one. You can't be the superhero and try to be with me because you can't balance both. That's just not how it works. Like that would have been more interesting if they broke up from it. It's like, okay, but at least they had a genuine conversation about it. You know what I mean? Like we don't get a unnecessary melodrama that didn't need to exist, that feels forced. You know what I mean? Like if they just had a conversation and talked to each other, which would have been way more interesting and something not really done that often in superhero stuff. Usually it's just the person, the significant other finds out about the identity and they still keep going, but now the significant other is aware of the whole thing. They could have had a conversation and just been like, yeah, I guess we're done. I guess we just got to break up. It would have been better. It would have worked. It probably would have worked better then, but I say this, but it doesn't matter now. Like what's done is done. Hindsight criticism ultimately is worthless in this regard. It can't do anything. But it just annoys me that Amber acted the way she did, because I'm like, that's not how anyone, no matter who, would act. Like no matter what. It's not even a matter of logic. It's like it's not even a matter of, oh, they're just being really emotional. It's like, no one would be like this. Like I don't care. No one would be like this.
Find out what's going on because there's
just
probably
me,
more
man.
to this show than meets the eye. So Yeah, I'll probably stick around and keep watching this. It's nice enough to keep paying attention to. It's definitely a show you'll want to keep a little bit of interest in as it keeps going on. But that's just a thought.
Yep. Oh yeah, long live the Royals. I don't know why I did that. No one remembers it. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it. We're done. This was interesting to come back to. I genuinely think like it's interesting to come back to this stuff and like find out more about or look back on this stuff. I don't know. It's interesting looking back on these old shows. I mean, old videos and seeing what my thoughts were back at the time were, and then comparing them to what they are now. I didn't my mind didn't change too much on some of these, definitely, as you could tell. Like I did like a Star versus when it started when I did this video, it's like, yeah, that's just how I felt. Like I thought it was really good. Pig on Peanut, still don't fucking like it. Wabbit. That one definitely changed. I was like, yeah, it's not good. It's not very good. Be Cool Scooby Doo, still think it's really funny. Lion Guard, yeah, like just not for me. And Miraculous, I think it's good. I enjoy it. Like I do enjoy it. I still watch it even now, but it's still if it can frustrate. It does frustrate me on certain fronts, particularly with that identity shit. Someone says Raydra says next time look back on Dubman's old videos. That would be hilarious, but I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to do that. Like just to look back on someone else on his old videos like that, but I don't know. But yeah, it's been real. I'm glad, really happy all y'all came out to enjoy. Remember, like, to become a Patreon over on the links in the description. Get to see videos early, especially one video I got coming that's really special. I'm not gonna say anything. I'd rather it be a surprise, but I think it's gonna be a really good one. But yeah, join the Patreon, give applause because YouTube has that feature. You can give applause to videos, which it's like donations and such that you're able to do. So if you can, or give what you can, and always remember, it's just a thought.